Imagine with me never having to beg or plead for anything you want in life ever again. Today I'm sharing with us about developing attraction, how to get anything you want without begging or pleading. And to dive right into the topic for today, I'm continuing along the lines of our studies for the past few weeks, coming from Luke 16 about the crooked manager. Now we have here a manager who his boss caught in dire circumstances, stealing money from him, mismanaging his finances, and his boss threatens him with a sack. He says to him, guy, you're going to get fired. And I just wonder how many people are listening to this today who they have found themselves in difficult circumstances, maybe not necessarily your fault or for any bad thing you have done, but it's just tough times, right? Now, and you're wondering, how do I move from point A to point B? How do I attain the things that I want to attain? Well, the lessons we're picking from this guy in Luke 16 have been mind-blowing, because if you put these principles to work step by step, you're going to find yourself attaining the desires of your heart, moving out of the realm of not having enough to actually having enough for yourself and your family. So it's worth giving your attention to. Now we have this guy. First of all, his boss catches him in the act of cheating, tells him essentially you were fired, and his reaction shows us how we can handle tough times and thrive in tough times. Not necessarily recommending his action, but we can learn a lot from him. So the first thing this guy does, if you watch the last video which I'm putting up right here, is that he's actually self-aware. He knows his weaknesses and his strengths. He knows the things he's good at, and he self-evaluates himself. So that directs his next course of action, which is where we are diving into today. Because first of all, after the self-evaluation, then comes this skill that a whole lot of people don't have, and which anybody can learn, and which when you learn it, you are able to achieve anything you desire to achieve, and you're able to get your dreams on track again. Are you with me? All right. So first of all, he says, I don't know how to dig and I don't know how to beg. And he says to himself, here's what I know that I'm going to do. And if you read the verse, the guy calls all the people that are owing his master. And just in between placing a demand on them, there is a slight skill that is so important if you're an entrepreneur, even in your relationships, which if you catch, you'll be able to find yourself getting the dreams you want achieved at such a fast pace. So what does this guy do? He calls people of means, people that are his master's creditors, and incidentally, he does what most of us won't do. Think about it. Most normal people, if they were about to be fired and they call someone, what they're going to do is they're going to call to complain, they're going to call to beg, and they're going to be like, wow, I'm about to be fired. I don't know, I'm going to take care of my family. I don't know, I'm going to do all of this and that. And this guy doesn't do this. You know what he does? He just calls them and strikes a deal. So before we get to the striking of a deal part, I want to talk about the mental process of this guy that made him not to go a begging. It's because he knows a principle that most people don't know, and most entrepreneurs who are just starting off in their journey don't know, and most people who are just starting off a relationship don't know. He knows that if you put off in needy energy, nobody wants to do a business with you. Just imagine with me a young guy who this is his first crush, first time of falling in love with a young lady, and he's barraging the girl with text messages, chats, calls, always at her door sending messages. The guy's gonna get tired of him. That's how a lot of us are. We are so conscious of our own need. We are so filled with neediness that we don't know that we put off this aura of, I need help, help me. And the fact is, the world doesn't want to do business with needy people. Nobody wants to do business with you if all you're offering up is this aura of, help me, help me. That's the wrong approach. People want to deal with individuals who have something to offer. And Daniel Priestley talks about this. He calls it with or without you energy. You know, it's a subtle. have of not giving an F. That's what some people call it. You see, when you throw off this air of, I can achieve what I want to achieve, I don't really need your input to get my desired results, you're going to find people are attracted to you more than if you approach them with the language of the poor. If you read in Proverbs, it says, a poor man speaks with entreaties. And rich people and people of means, people of value, they easily pick you out by your language. So when you approach people and your language is filled with your needs and not with the value you have to offer, you're going to find out that you especially put away the right kind of people from you. But when your words, when your attitude is that of, look, I've got something of value to offer, and look, if you take it, fine. If you don't take it, I just move on to the next person. Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in a business, you're going to find out that you attract the right type of people to you. So today you're an entrepreneur, today you're in a relationship, today you have a business you want to grow. The point I want you to catch in this past few minutes is this: attraction works by gaining the aura of, I have value to offer. And anybody can actually put up this aura because truly you do have something to offer. So no matter where you find yourself, what you're looking at is, okay, I've evaluated, and yes, I may have my weaknesses and all of that, but so does every other person. But I also have my strong points, and these strong points that I have are going to benefit you if you do business with me. The strong points I have are going to make you a better person if you're in a relationship with me. And this is what I'm going to be projecting, not me, but if you're going to watch my next video, you're going to learn what you should be projecting, whether you're in a business or you're seeking a relationship. You learn what to project to attract the right people to you. So it's possible to live your life without begging people up and down and saying, help me, because my name is Jimmy. Today you're translating and you're transporting yourself from the language of begging to the language of value, to the language of princess. Thank you for watching, and I want you to watch the next video because that's going to be very vital in moving you from point A to point B that you desire to be. God bless.